Hello and welcome to Newsroom series on Channels Television. I'm Anne Nwawadu. We begin with security matters. Gunmen have attacked the Diocesan Minor Seminary in Auchi, Edo State, abducting the rector there, Reverend Father Thomas Oyode. A statement issued by the Director of Communications of the Catholic Diocese of Auchi, Reverend Father Peter Egelewa, says the gunmen attacked priests and seminarians of the Immaculate Conception Seminary during their evening prayers and benediction at about 7 p.m. yesterday. The statement adds that in the process, Reverend Oyode was abducted and led into the bush. However, the vice rector and all seminarians have been accounted for, and they are safe and temporarily relocated to an area where they will be kept safe until security measures around the seminary are tightened. Rights group Amnesty International says the failure of the Nigerian authorities to protect lives has led to the growing escalation of mob violence over the last decade as people increasingly take law into their hands, carrying out the so-called jungle justice. It says the Amnesty International Nigeria made the statement in a new report. That report alleges that between January 2012 to August 2023, it recorded at least 555 victims of mob violence from 363 documented incidents across Nigeria. And the group also adds that over the period of the investigation, at least 57 people were killed by violent mobs, 32 were burnt alive, 2 persons were buried alive, while 23 people were tortured to death. Many cases of mob killings in remote areas go unreported. According to Amnesty International, many of the victims of mob violence were targeted because of their social status, their identities as members of religious or other minority groups. The Joint Action Committee of Non-Teaching Staff Unions in the universities, made up of the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, SSANU, and the Non-Academic Staff Union of Education of the Associated Institutions, NASU, have embarked on a nationwide indefinite strike over the non-payment of their 4 months withheld salaries. The strike, according to the leaders of both unions, will commence on Sunday night of October 2024, and that's on the 27th. Jack has also explained that the strike initially built for the 23rd of October this year was rescheduled because of the Trade Group Council meeting of NASU branches on the set date. The unionists say that despite President Bola Tinubu's approval of 50% of the 4 months withheld salaries to be paid, the alleged inaction of the Minister of Finance raised questions about the government's commitment to resolving this issue.
Not a new issue. In July, precisely on the 17th, we had a national protest in Abuja, and thereafter NLC took over the matter and mentioned before the president when they discussed the national minimum wage. It was at that meeting that the president gave a directive that 50% of the 4 months be paid, which is 2 months. And thereafter, we also got to have the approval of Mr. President, and 3 months down the line, this thing has remained elusive. We have had several discussions with the federal ministers of education, the senior minister and the junior minister, and assurances were made, have been given to our members, but the thing remained elusive. So for now, we have been pushed to the wall, and we have exhausted all avenues, including but not limited to asking our members to be patient. So strikes have already commenced. Our members have met in different branches, and going forward, all services in the bursary department, in registry, in works and maintenance, security, students' affairs have been put to a halt until when payments are made. Several overtures were made by the previous Minister of Education, but the strike is a process. And the leadership of the unions, NASU and SSANU, will have to meet. As at now, none of us is in Abuja, and we are trying to see how we could meet. But the bottom line is, if these payments are made today, and that can be possible because it's just electronic payment, every other arrangements have been made. Once these payments are made, we don't even have to meet. We will call off we will suspend the strike.
And more on on the indefinite strike, but right here in Lagos, southwest Nigeria, the Joint Action Committee of NASU, SSANU and the University of Lagos say that there is no going back until their withheld salaries paid. They reiterate the national position that multiple deadlines have passed without satisfactory response from the government.
We went on strike before based on the fact that we were agitating for the payment of our 4 months with their salaries. And after the first strike, we also went on protests at the branches and at the national level. And recall that during the last protest that was held in Abuja, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, actually approved the repayment of those 4 months with their salaries. That was in July. Now, since July, nothing has been done. Our leaders at the national level pursued the payment and release of this money. Till date, nothing has been done. So that's why the national leadership and the branch felt that we cannot continue to keep quiet. If a president of the country can approve the payment of an allowance or salaries that have been long overdue since 2022.
As it is, the Senate building has closed down now. It definitely is going to affect every news and account of the university. The students are not going to allow to enter into the lecture hall because all our members have given us their mandate to go ahead because it's a struggle that we need to continue until we get our demand from the government. Our message to the government is very simple. The withheld salary should be paid without further delay. And the funding of the university, as you can see, there are, the system, the classrooms are not in good condition, even for the students to learn. We are also agitating for an atmosphere that is more conducive for the students to learn.
At the moment, the Senate building has been shut to any activity.
Personally, I don't want to be greedy and say everything because I really understand the perspective of the non-working staff. They complain that the federal government hasn't paid them for 4 months now, which is really, really sad, judging the financial situation going right now in Nigeria. But personally, I want them to not look at the financial side, but look at the emotional sides of these students like myself. We've literally gone through a lot to be here right now in this process, and they should please don't look at the financial side. Please help us complete our DE forms, and also the federal government should look into their financial matters with immediate concern.
Let's get more on these issues. We're now being joined on the program by the chairman of NASU, Federal University of Agriculture at Abeokuta, Mr. Samson Ederi. He joins us via Zoom. Thank you very much for joining us on Newsroom series. Let's begin with you elaborating this decision by the unions for an indefinite strike.
Yes, good afternoon. Well, the issue of strike that we have just back on since midnight of yesterday, it was as a result of the inability of the federal government to fulfill its promises. And you recall that 2022, we are back on a indefinite strike, which took us for about 4 months. And we followed the due process. The federal government, we had our salary, which was not paid to date. And you recall that other sister union also, they are back on similar strike. They were paid 4 months. And with the promise that they are going to pay not teaching. And up to this moment, they have yet to fulfill their promises. And our national reporter of a jack of NASU and SSANU have took some decision. They have tried to follow the due process, knowing fully well that if we are back on strike, it's going to be our children that are going to suffer for it. And we have to put them into consideration as well. But precisely, how do we get to this level? On 9 July 2024, a day protest, local protest, was organized, which made all the branches of NASU to embark on that protest. And also on the 18th July 2024, there was a national protest at Abuja. That's a Unity Fonte, which was disrupted by the security agent, but notwithstanding, We already passed across the message. And on the 17th September, we gave 3 weeks ultimatum to the federal government to make payments of the 4-month withheld salary, which was not paid. And after that, October 7th, we gave 2 weeks ultimatum also. And the money, up now, it was not paid. 21st October, a week ultimatum was issued, was given to the federal government. And up to now, they are yet to fulfill their promises. And that was why yesterday night or this early morning, we were directed to proceed on a definite strike, which we are on currently. And as you can see, because our members are the address, and we have directed all of them to proceed on a definite strike. And if you visit Funab campus, you will not see any of our members. You will not see any of our members of NASU and SSANU, because it's a joint industrial actions. It's just unfortunate, as a union leader, as a NASU, we don't have faith, we don't believe in the federal government again. It's more or less promise of faith to us. To us, this, if it's not going to be the worst regime so far, because one, our members are suffering. Our members are suffering. Up till now, from 2020, 2022, even though if the money is paid now, it's valueless. It's worth nothing. And that is the situation currently. It's just unfortunate that we get to this level.
Yeah, Mr. Adiri, the unions are saying there's no going back on the strike or the decision being made. What is the level of compliance so far?
Thank you very much. Currently in Funab branch, in fact, the level of compliance, it was very, very total. Very, very total. Very, very total. I can show you that.
Okay, but why is the union not accepting the president's 50% salaries for 4 months?
Come again?
Why is the union or the unions not accepting the government's 50% salaries for the 4 months, the 4-month period?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Even the so-called 50%, which Mr. Presidency promised to pay since March this year, is yet to be paid. No dime have been paid. Whether 50% or 10%, nothing. And then we got to know that if the presidency has already instructed the Cartagena of the region to make the payment, but still the Cartagena was saying that yes, they are working on it. How long will it take them? Is it eternity? Is it 10 years?
All right, quickly, Mr. Adiri, just before you go, I mean, you talked about the last 2022, this same strike was taking, but no payment was made at the end of the day. Do you think that this will make a difference at the moment? Because when you think about industrial action, a lot of people will suffer for this. What difference will this one do to your union to make sure that you achieve your goal this time?
Well, this time around, we strongly believe that Mr. Presidency will do the needful within the next 3 days, because one, it is not our own making to embark on strike. That was why you will recall that I already gave it 3 instances where we are giving the federal government ultimatum and nothing was done, though they are engaging the union, but it looks as if they are taking the union for granted.
All right.
They are taking the union for, because one, and just as I was saying, they are taking the union for granted. Yes, currently now, even our take-home is not even enough for us to transport ourselves to office, to where we are working. So if they now decided that, well, they are not going to pay, no problem.
All right, thank you very much, Chairman of NASU, Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, Mr. Samson Adiri. Thanks for your time on Newsroom Series.
Thank you very much. You are welcome.
My Newsroom Series returns in just a moment. We'll enter politics and find out the latest of the people of Akoko, Edo. Akoko, actually, in Ondo local government area. Stay with us. Welcome back. As people of Akoko Southeast local government area of Ondo State pledged their support to the APC in the November 2024 governorship election, the campaign tour of Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa in the local government area was like a carnival with singing and dancing.
In all the communities visited in Akoko Southeast local government area of Ondo State, residents came out in large numbers to welcome the governor's entourage. Some prominent members of the APC in the area attest to the fact that Ayedatiwa is a performing governor and will definitely win the election.
Lucky Ayedatiwa is a very good man, a man of honor, a governor with epitome of hope. We so much believe in his personality and his capacity.
He's our governor in waiting. There's no doubt about it. Definitely he's going to win in this local government. And he will win the whole state. His hope reassured.
Governor Ayedatiwa, while speaking with newsmen in Isua Akoko, headquarters of the local government, appreciates the people for the warm reception in all the communities visited. He notes that all the influential politicians in the area are now in the APC, saying this indicates that the APC will win the election in the local government.
The demonstration of love and reception that they have shown signifies that they are ready to vote for our party, APC. So I'm so excited and I'm so happy that the result of this place is known already.
Akoko Southeast local government area is in the northern senatorial district of Ondo State and is one of the strongholds of the APC in the southwest state.
As part of activities to mark the 2024 Lagos Food Festival, the state government says that 4 university campuses will also be joining the event to showcase Lagos food potentials to local and international markets. The State Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Systems, Bisola Olusoya, says that over 12,100 Lagosians participated in the 2023 edition and they expect more people this year. She also says that diverse food from different ethnic groups, renowned chefs, will all be exhibited by vendors at the venue of this festival.
What you see is a tip of the iceberg of the upcoming 2024 Lagos Food Festival coming up in the next 6 weeks. The Lagos State Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Systems, Bisola Olusoya, and Chef T engaged in cooking to showcase part of the activities expected for this year's food festival. The commissioner says university students will also be part of the event to facilitate development of agricultural value chains in Lagos.
For this year, like I said, it is a taste of culture. For this year's edition, we will feature the activities of the Lagos Food Fest at 3 university campuses to sensitize our youth on this event, also for them to participate. So we'll be going to Unilag, to NASU, and to NASU's Tech. And the projected economic benefits of the Food Fest 2024 will be, like I said, direct and indirect income generating opportunities. We estimate that at least over 1,300 people or food vendors would subscribe and have this opportunity.
The famous Chef T will also be present at the Lagos Food Festival, encourages residents to come and enjoy a taste of culture and different meals on December 8th.
This year promises to be even more exciting than we've had in the previous years. I'm fully involved in this year's festival. Like my body, soul, mind, everything is down in this festival. So trust me, myself and my besties and every other person watching this will definitely be on ground. Anything that has to do with food, celebration of food, culture, and I mean the year is winding down and everybody is just looking for where to just let out all the stress from the year. It's been a very, very tough year, especially for us in Nigeria.
Security is also assured during the food festival.
It's a place to let down your guard. It's a place to enjoy the December. It's a place to wind down. It's a place to crown the year with flavor and with culture and taste. So December 8th is a date
I want to assure all our guests that will be coming in that we have security well provided. The rapid response squad of the state government, the Nigerian police force will be on ground. Safety officials from the Safety Commission will be on ground also. We also have fire service. All the apparatus of government will be on ground to ensure that we have a well-coordinated and well-implemented festival.
The 2024 Lagos Food Festival will be taking place at the Muri-Okunola Park, Victoria Island, Lagos, where renowned chefs, musical, cultural, and solid entertainment will be available for all.
The Standards Organization of Nigeria says that it will not relent in the fight against substandard goods in the country, as it is inimical to progress and the well-being of citizens. This message formed the focus on the sensitization efforts being made by SON across Oyo State to ensure that manufacturers, service providers, traders, and even artisans make standard their watchword in all they do. The Oyo State branch of SON also took to the streets in Ibadan, the state capital, to sensitize business owners and traders at the Bodija commodity markets, Gate Square markets, and Ifeleye, where electrical appliances are sold, to emphasize the need to avoid selling substandard products to residents of the state.
The roadshow, organized by the Standards Organization of Nigeria, started at the popular Bodija market, the Gate, where auto spare parts are sold, and ended at Okepadi, where electrical installation appliances are sold. The message is clear. The organization remains committed to helping collaborate with relevant agencies to eradicate the infiltration of substandard goods in the Nigerian markets.
SON has put some skills in place to check the shops on that product. That's what we call SONCAP, for products that are coming from another country. SONCAP certificates, address that. That's what we call MANCAP, which address locally manufactured products in Nigeria. That's what we call PAM, Product Authentication Mark. When you see a product, there's a mark on it, you can check to confirm the authenticity of that product. Even product that doesn't have standard, we have what we call PIS, Product Identification Scheme, that has put in place. All these schemes are put in place to ensure that what you are buying or you are producing meets the standards.
The need to bring major stakeholders among manufacturers, importers, and exporters on board is key to the commitment to wipe out adulterated, fake, and substandard products in Nigerian markets.
We are doing roadshow to make sure people are aware that quality is the key. You must buy products that is certified, product that is fit for use. And that is the essence, the main essence of having this workshop today, so that people will know that standardization is the key to any economy.
Some local manufacturers and traders who are part of the program notes that the step is crucial to incorporating standard.
We want to give people the confidence to buy made in Nigerian products, because people see, they take pride in buying made in any products that they bring from abroad. So we are trying to do this to make sure all our standards can compete with any product that comes from abroad. So that is why we are here to tell people that when you buy products that are MANCAP certified or SON certified, you are buying quality and you are buying value for your money.
We've attended seminars, workshops organized by SON, for which all our members were invited, even across Oyo State. We were there. So we know that quality product has no, it can't be compromised. So that is the area we are coming from.
Efforts aimed at sensitization must be intensified, while laws must be strengthened to punish defaulters who put the lives of unsuspecting public at risk. The public, on its part, too, must probe the integrity of products and services through established templates to get value for their money and safeguard their well-being.
Meanwhile, the Oyo State Police Command says that it is constantly re-strategizing to rid the state of criminal elements and ensure a peaceful state where residents continue to live productive lives. The State Commissioner of Police, Mr. Shonubi Ayodele, made this promise at a press briefing which took place at the command headquarters in Eleyele, Ibadan. Represented by the command spokesman, Adewale Osifeso, the police boss disclosed that a total of 32 suspects were arrested from various parts of the state for offenses ranging from stealing, armed robbery, carjacking, kidnapping, and murder. And that's it on Newsroom series for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Anne Nwawode. Join us again for another edition tomorrow.